There's a large segment of the U.S. population, about 35 million people, that represents an excellent opportunity in your dental practice to grow. That is, if you know how to market to them. I'll be back right after the break with the first part of a 2-day series on how to identify what I call grumpy old men. Colin here, and welcome to the Patient Attraction Podcast. In the marketing world, there's a legendary copywriter called Bob Bly, and he's an award-winning direct response copywriter, has been doing it for years. He was born in 1958, and he actually wrote a book on the topic that I want to talk about today. It's called Marketing to GOM, Grumpy Old Men, 10 Tips for Selling to Age 50-Plus Male Market. So much of what he wrote makes perfect sense for dentists. I want to share it with you today. So first off, who are these grumpy old men? First off, Bob says they're grumpy for several reasons. One is health issues. And while he doesn't mention dental problems in this guide, this is your demographic of patients that you're marketing to. You're well aware of the dental issues that can occur as we age. GOMs believe in traditional medicine, and they want to trust their physician or dentist. The second reason that GOMs are grumpy is they feel like life is passing them by. They feel out of step and old, and those two things combine to make them feel resentful. They're often resentful of Wall Street, of the government, Social Security, and those, quote, damned kids. Now, Bob says that GOMs relate best to people like them, and they would rather see a medical professional with gray hair and a few wrinkles rather than a fresh-faced kid. They also want to save money, and they respond well to free offers as well as sales, discounts, and bargains. Now, with those points in mind, let's look at Bob's first 5 tips for marketing to grumpy old men. First is if you can identify what irks them and be sympathetic, you can bond with them on a deep emotional level. For instance, a GOM with bad teeth may resent all the perfect smiling faces that he sees on TV. Now, fortunately, you have a solution for that. Second, position your solution as an investment that's going to pay them dividends over time. Now, that might include stressing how much better he'll feel when he eats. It might be the ability to once again eat the foods that he loves. Or it might be that he'll be comfortable smiling again. Third, show him how your solution will help him keep what he still has, his natural teeth, or at least make the most of them. Fourth, avoid horror stories about not having the recommended treatment. Stress the positive aspects and the benefits. And fifth, emphasize how your solution will allow him to live more fully and with greater happiness. At 35 million strong, grumpy old men are well worth marketing to. Realize that this generation are the baby boomers, the ones with statistically more wealth than any other current generation or past generation has ever had in the known history of this world. But you need to understand what motivates them and will make them respond to your marketing. In Sunday's podcast, I'll explain more about what makes these grumpy old men tick and specifically how to market to them. Until then, keep moving forward.